Yes, welcome to another City Xtra Podcast. I'm Lewis, the big LB, the Grand LB, and I'm here with Johnny Poddy.
Yeah, Johnny Poddy spitting bars, bruh.
Spitting all the bars. How you doing,
Bars
Bray?
for days. I'm good, innit? We're coming, hitting you hard with a transfer special, and there's actually news this week.
There is lots and lots of news
It's
now.
because it's internationals, isn't it?
Yeah, it is an international period. Now, we actually did a video on our YouTube channel, but obviously not everyone watches on YouTube. A couple of days ago, like a little transfer roundup. We'll cover similar things, but as well, we'll talk about more what we want in it, like what we think City should do in the transfer window, both January and in the summer as well. It's a bit more in depth than that video. If you are watching on YouTube, guys, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the notification bell as well, and if you're listening on Spotify or wherever else you're listening, hope you guys are all right, innit?
Yeah.
Rate us on iTunes or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, iTunes is dead, isn't it?
iTunes is dead.
Rip.
Rip the iTunes.
You know what I mean? That makes us seem older than what we are. Like our Joe was City I, now City Xtra. It makes us seem older because we used to be on iTunes. You know what I mean? City I podcast used to be on iTunes. So it feel like we're ancient now because it doesn't exist. So rate us on Apple Podcast. Give us 5 stars in it. Because just, even if you don't like us, just do it.
Right, Brad, transfers.
Transfers.
Something that anyone can talk about. And yeah, people seem to like transfers, isn't it?
You know what transfers, you can say what you want.
You can say what you want.
We can clickbait this to death.
Yeah.
Say what we want, and people will still watch it because everyone wants transfer news.
Give me your most clickbaity thing that you could say.
Man City have signed Messi.
Have signed.
Have signed. And when it comes to it,
Is that clickbait or is that just misleading?
that's probably just misleading, isn't it? Okay. Oh my God, have we signed Messi?
Yeah.
There you go. And then the answer is
Basically,
no. The answer is no.
Anything with Messi in it is just
Messi.
Yeah.
You just skyrocket your sales.
Yeah.
Or I guess Haaland would do big bits as well when that pot starts stirring up. That'll probably
do in the next year or so.
That'll be a heavy ride. That'll be a big one. So yeah. Oh my God, have we signed Haaland? I'm gonna start naming all our videos. OMG, have we?
Yeah. No, that's fair. Right. Okay. Let's go through some of the transfer stuff then. So, goalkeeper are pretty chill out. Let's go over to the centre back position. Actually, a position that most City fans, since we signed Ruben Diaz and Ake, thought that we're pretty chill here.
Content now, aren't we?
We won't be seeing any activity here now for a few years. Bar the departure of Garcia or whatever. And then boom, this week, international period, it's all gone off. City linked not with one centre back, but with two. We've been linked with Sergio Ramos.
That's mad.
Which we covered in the transfer video on Monday, and Pau Torres.
Yeah.
So two centre backs that we've been linked with. Now that's pretty mad because I said in that video that if any of them are going to be signed, then John Stones has to be sold first.
It's the end of John Stones, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good video.
That's clickbait.
Yeah. As soon as
more clickbait for you boys.
This is no longer a transfer podcast. It's just thinking of clickbait headlines.
We keep talking until clickbait headlines come out.
Write that one down, bro. Yeah. So basically, I think that, and I said in this in the video, and a couple of days later, I still maintain this. I believe that John Stones, this is his make or break season.
Yeah,
and
I'm with you on that.
It makes sense, therefore, for City to still be looking at other players in that position, because if John Stones goes through the season and doesn't stay fit or makes critical errors and mistakes that lead to us, losing points or being knocked out of cups or whatever, then I think that you might just get to a point now where the club just say, this ain't worked, and sack him off.
Well, we have seen his fitness hasn't been the best already. He's already on a bit of a wobbly start. He is back now. So that is good signs, but is it? They're looking at that saying this beginning period of the season he's already been injured. Yeah, he's already been unfit to play the matches, yes. And maybe we're being all this news about centre backs. Probably some truth to it. Maybe we're being proactive rather than reactive.
Well, I always think that if I was a manager of a football team, right. Or maybe not a manager, but maybe someone who worked in the board, or I had some dealings in transfers or squad building, squad planning for the season. I'd literally have an alternate team on a whiteboard.
Yeah, of course.
Of if this goes south tomorrow, who do we bring in? And I'd have that for every single position. Goalkeeper. What about if Ederson turned around tomorrow and said, I don't want to be here, or got an injury, career-ending injury?
You need to have your know about of where you want to be next. You don't want to go into panic mode and go, oh my god, we need to find someone. No, you should have already found that person.
Yeah.
This person should already be in the back of your mind. Yeah, this person will eventually will try and sign this guy. Or if something happened for this guy to leave, if Kev left, I'd hope that we have some form of. Then again, it's Kev. Can't replace Kev, but
you need to have.
We need to have someone who can come in and bring those assists.
Yeah, I agree. So I believe that's probably what City are doing. You know what I mean? City are probably thinking to themselves, right, the three that we've got in Ake, Diaz and Laporte are solid, right? They're chilling. Slight question mark over John Stones. So what we need to do now is just make some inquiries about some of these players that are coming to the end of the career, i.e. Sergio Ramos, out of contract, or players where, you know, they're decent, but they're not setting the world alight and would be quite happy to come into City and not play every week, but get the odd few games.
Back City a little bit.
I.e. Pau Torres. And I think that's probably what City are doing here. And if they're not doing that, then obviously the links are complete rubbish. But I believe that City probably, it's not on the priority list, right? It's not on the priority list at all, because obviously there's other positions that we'll cover in this podcast and that City know that they need to fix soon. But I think, whilst I'm not necessarily agreeing with the players that we've been linked with Ramos and Pau Torres, I'm happy that we're being linked with players because it shows that our club is still taking this seriously. If it's true, John Stones knows that he still has to perform. The last thing that we need now is John Stones thinking he's got an easy ride in terms of career at City. You know what I mean?
Because we can't let him settle and think, I've got a good partnership with Ake, they've got Diaz, I'm happy to be where I am now.
Yeah.
Like, ideally we want someone pushing Diaz. John Stones, if you're not pushing Diaz, then I mean it's time to go.
Yeah.
You need players who, yes, rotation and that, but you need players who to. Diaz is a very hard player to push because obviously we've seen how quality is, but you need a very very quality centre back behind him to then they'll both excel. You know, you need someone to want to not be content in their second spot. They should be wanting to be in that first team. No doubt John Stones probably does want to be in that first team, but like I say, he needs to know that. And I think maybe these links, if he sees these links, he should know, innit?
Yeah, I agree. So I'm happy with the links, but I'm not happy with the players that we've been linked with necessarily. Although it's one of them, like, at the end of the day, they're going to come in the second choice right centre-back, you know what I mean? So it's not a major thing.
If it's second choice right centre-back, are you liking Ramos for that? Or do you think you'd rather been that?
I don't want him in my football club at all. I just don't like him. I think his attitude's all wrong. Attitude in terms of just I am the big man, you know what I mean? And
he'd come in, want to be a big dog. He'd probably try and get the captain armband. And I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like maybe Diaz and Ramos won't get on.
Yeah, I don't think his antics in the Premier League work as well, rolling around on the floor. You know what I mean? You look at Mike Dean, right? Ramos goes running around the floor. Mike Dean's going to look at him and go, what are you doing?
He'll murk him, innit? He'll murk him.
He'll do that. What are you doing? And Ramos will be like, hit me in the face. He goes, well, no, he didn't.
Get up,
you weirdo. You know what I mean? Just not for me, guys. Right, let's move on from the centre-back. Left-back position. Now, this is possibly the hardest position to fix. Why? Why is it hardest position to fix? We don't have a left-back. You know, in terms of, we don't really do that. Mendy's never fit. So how is it hard? Just go out of my left-back. Is it that simple, though? Because now Cancelo is throwing himself into the mix.
He had to go and do it, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You couldn't just let us have an absolute disaster at left back where we can go into January and go, yes, we need a left back.
Yeah.
He's throwing his name into the mix now, and then it's like, is this the new left back? He's done it again. He's done the Delph and Zinchenko. That's what he's done. Pep is looking at that, rubbing his hands, going, I've saved cash. We have a new left back. But he's not a left back.
Yeah, it's a mad one. Right? So in terms of transfers then, targets, there are a few out there, and actually a few out there that you can get at reasonable prices. Like a discount code, isn't it?
To be fair, United got Tellers for a very good price as well, didn't they?
Yeah. Now you can go Tagliafico, 20 odd million.
20 mil.
I think Lucas Digne at Everton would be a good solid option, but I think he'd be a bit more.
I'd like him though. I'd really like him.
I think if you went for him in the summer, you'd probably pick him up for about 40 million, I reckon.
Yeah, because it gives them time to replace as well.
Yeah, I think honestly, 40 million for Lucas Digne, I'd be very, very happy with that.
That'd be a bargain. That I think he'd be mint.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good option. There were a couple of people that people mentioned to us.
That sounds right. Yeah, that's right.
Alt Nouri Not seen him play.
I've never seen him play.
Somewhere in France he plays. There's another one as well. I can't remember his name. I think it begins with T or something like that. I can't remember his name. But again, he doesn't play for like some top club. But we did. I think we did a video on this. We did 5 left backs. We did a video on it. So I'm going to refer my brain. Theo Hernandez was on that list.
Theo Hernandez, yeah.
Basically, the answer is there are a lot of left backs out there in the 20 to 35 million pound price bracket, which are decent. You know what I mean? And I think for that price, given the fact that our club has been, absent of a left back for so long, I think we should be snapping Seam's hands off.
Definitely.
For that sort of money.
These lowered prices, we need to be going in and getting them, innit? We need to. Let's actually have a left back in our team for once that can play. Like, do you know what I mean? A full season.
Yeah,
I'd love that. It seems like a dream, but then the centre back thing seemed like a dream, and now that's looking good. So we are progressing forward with this. I think one left back who everyone will now already be commenting before they watch this bit is Alphonso Davies.
That's a chance,
but it ain't happening. You are never, ever, ever going to prize Alphonso Davies away from Bayern Munich.
Got it easy. He's got that easy life there, mate. He ain't coming.
He's already smashing it. He's young. He's proved everyone wrong. He won't go to Barca because they bunned him off because he's Canadian. Said that no one from Canada's good at football.
You know what's funny? How you say that today? You know what popped up on my timeline today? What? Apparently Swansea had the opportunity to sign Alphonso Davies for $3 million, and they said no.
Oh my God! See, this is what I mean. Players looking at where they're from, Canada, they don't produce good footballers.
Right,
said a bit.
I don't know if we've mentioned this before. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Why on earth would you go? I'm not buying him because he's from Canada.
Yeah.
Like everyone in Canada is just crap at football.
Yeah.
I know it's not like the main sport, but there might be 1 or 2 good footballers there minimum. Yeah. You know what I mean? Ridiculous.
Well, he's proving everyone wrong, isn't he? Yeah. So it's like he put a thing on his Twitter saying about a couple of years ago he's working at Mackey's. He's like, to my Mackey's manager who sacked me and said I'd never make it.
Oh,
funny that, isn't it? And now look at him, and he's holding the Champions League trophy. Wild, absolutely wild. So for me, he's probably like the most promising left back at the moment. Isn't he? He looks insane, but end the dreams now, guys. Don't ride that train. Don't buy a ticket to get on that hype train because it ain't going anywhere. It's a dormant train, isn't it? There's no power to it.
Yeah, another player that we could be linked with, that could be an option. You can think I'm thinking of, Bray?
That could be an option. Oh, left back. Ben Davies. No, I don't know.
David Alaba. Now, I know what I've said in the past about him, right? But he's apparently, this is apparently, right, he's had his contract sort of like, his contract offer taken off the table by Bayern. However, realistically, they're not fully taking it off the table, are they? Because if he turns around and said, I watched it at Bayern Munich, then they're going to let him stay.
Yeah, of course.
There's also rumours that he don't want to play left back anymore.
Yeah.
And there's also rumours that he might not want to come to England. Now, these are obviously all rumours, guys, so it could be total BS. But the fact remains that there's a guy, by the way, he's only 28 years old, still.
He's only 28?
Yeah.
He's been around for time.
It's mad. He's only 28 years old, and we could potentially sign him on a pre-contract in January, or maybe even get him in January, you know what I mean, if we offer him some money and they just accept it, you know what I mean? Like, the thing is with Bayern, right, they don't need David Alaba to win the Champions League or their league.
Yeah.
He ain't going to make that much of a difference to them. But to us, he make a huge difference. And obviously, he could fill it at left back, centre back, sorry. He could play centre mid as well. Now, it's an option, and I think that realistically, we should be looking at David Alaba.
I think we have to, given that he doesn't want to sign a new contract. If you can potentially, if all these rumours that he's saying are true about him not wanting to come to England, if we could potentially win him over that side of it, things, then you're looking at a quality left back, a really, really good left back who we can sign on the cheap.
Let's have a look at this situation, right? He's still not signed a contract. His contract ends at the end of this season. Why is he not signed a contract yet? Why? You know what I mean?
He wants his last big payday.
But surely Bayern, right? He's been there most of his career. Surely Bayern would have offered him mega cash. So, what's going on?
Maybe they just offered him the same wage.
Surely not. You know what I mean? He has a right to offer more. He asks for more. And if they've not offered him a mega wage, then he's going to leave. I think he's leaving.
I think he's leaving.
But I think he's leaving.
But look, in Bayern shoes, they're playing Alphonso Davies now.
And the thing is, right, where's he go in Europe? Where's he go?
Real Madrid. Ferland Mendy.
Yeah.
They've got Ferland Mendy.
Yeah. I mean,
Barca.
They surely can't afford him.
They can't afford him at all. Nah.
I
They
know
can't
it's a free transfer,
him.
but his wages.
PSG.
You know what I mean? I mean, they could afford him, but
That's one place I could see.
The thing is, though,
but if he doesn't want to go to England, why does he want to go to France?
yeah, well, I don't know. He might not.
Then again, in France,
They got better weather in it.
yeah, and art and stuff like that.
And art.
Yeah.
We have art.
Yeah, but I
Have you
mean,
been to Manchester Art Museum, bro?
Mona Lisa, bro.
Mona Lisa, innit? Yeah, but I'm sure we have some art.
Yeah, we have art, I do, but not the same as over there. And fashion. Fashion, they have big fashion week, innit?
Yeah.
Just that
but-
1 week.
Yeah, it's just one. I think that legit there is a chance here. I'm getting more confident as the weeks go by. Every week that goes by and he's still not signed that contract, I'm like, what's going on here?
You know what's mad? Imagine we signed Messi, Ramos, and David Alaba on pre-contracts. Bruh, this is
God.
FIFA.
I know, yeah.
This is FIFA. Everyone knows it. If you're a FIFA player right now, you know exactly what we mean. If you play career mode and you get into that stage in your career mode where you can sign absolutely anyone you want on a pre-contract. It's just FIFA, innit? That's what happens. Just broken like that. And now it's happening in real life. People predicted it. So now we're signing bare heads on pre-contracts. Imagine a January transfer window of signing 3 massive players. I'm not really asked about Ramos in it. We can bin that. So even Alaba and Messi on pre-contracts, and we ain't paying a penny, innit?
Would we still be accused of ruining football even if we didn't actually spend any money on these
I know,
players?
yeah, 100%. They've been like, you're ruining football. And you're like,
you're now ruining football because you're getting players for free.
For free.
Like, you're not fairly compensating to. Like, oh, okay.
how's this fair on Burnley?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What?
It's ridiculous. But honestly, guys, Alaba's a shout. You know what I mean? And I think that it's closer than many people think. I actually think good call on PSG. Actually, I actually like Bernat.
Bernat, yeah.
I actually really like him. Now, whether he's physical enough for the Prem, I don't know, but I really like him.
Reminds me a bit of Angelino, Bernat.
But yeah, I like him. Let us know again, guys, your thoughts on left back situation. Let's move up the pitch now to midfield, and this is a position where, at the start of the season, I'm sure someone, will go back and look and see what we said in it. But I don't think I was like, I don't think we needed.
I don't think we was even.
I think we was pretty chill on this situation. However, within 4 or 5 games, I was like, nah, crisis mode, full crisis mode. We defo need a centre mid, and I'm fully now convinced that we need a centre mid, and it needs to be someone different to Gundogan or Rodri. Both are good players, but we need something else.
They're too similar. Gundogan's 30 now, you know.
Is it? Yeah.
30 years old. I think it's time. It's going to be time soon anyway for Gundogan to go. I think so. You have Rodri. We're not going to get rid of Rodri anytime soon. Rodri looks good. Actually, I really like Rodri. So we should go for a new player in that position with Gundogan obviously 30. So I'm with you on get someone different.
There used to be someone for me who can do a little bit of anything. Now the players that spring to mind that I've actually seen, right? Aouar, Douglas Luiz, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's the ones that I've seen.
The ones that I've seen.
Them two,
now, of course,
Zakaria, and then all the names that people keep.
There are many other players out there, you know what I mean, that have been linked to us. Tommy Doyle, you know what I mean? He could probably do it as well, but, you know what I mean, he's not got the experience. Them 2 players for me are the ones that spring out to mind.
Is this a January situation? Or are you going to wait till summer? So say in January we can't sign Douglas Luiz on the contract clause. I don't know how that works.
I doubt you'd be able to sign him.
I don't think you can. I think you have to wait.
Yeah.
So if you can't sign him on that contract clause, would you keep the squad we've got and wait, or would you go in January? Say if things don't change,
the thing
in January,
is, right,
are you going to go, right, we need to change this?
It's only important if we keep playing the 2 holding midfielders. Because if we play the 2 holding midfielders, one of them needs to not be Gundogan or Rodri. But if he doesn't play 2 holding midfielders and he only plays 1, and then he plays Foden and Kev, or Kevin, Bernardo, or whatever, then this whole conversation is less important. You know what I mean? Which he could do. He could go on out, play 10 games and just play either Gundogan or Rodri. And we've seen some of our best football under Pep only playing 1. Yeah. The problem is when he plays both of them,
because they're both they cancel each other out.
They cancel each other out, and the attacking threat is pretty much 100% put on Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, so then he's left by himself, and it's easy for the other side. Then the other side must be buzzing when they see us line up with 2 holding midfielders. They must go right. 2 of you mark Kev.
Yeah,
that's it. You've killed Kev out of the game. Yeah, because he's getting marked by 2 man all the time. Yeah,
and you know people are saying he's not in the best form right now, and making it even harder by playing 2 holding midfielders. So Yeah, it's only a massive problem when you play the two holding midfielders, and I've said it before. It does work in some games, but not that many. You know what I mean? And in the league, I don't think it works that well in the Premier League. I honestly don't. So I do think that we need to revert back to the one holding midfielder, but we are going to continue playing two sort of. I don't want to say holding, because obviously if we sign Aouar's not a holding midfielder, but someone,
box to box.
Yeah, a bit of a box to box type player, someone who can help out at both ends. Then obviously it would be good to sign one of them. I guess it depends on how Aouar's doing it. Is it Leon? Is it Leon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at Leon.
Yeah, so depends how they're doing. Obviously, if their fucking season is over, then we might be able to get him. I mean, they wanted 50 million in the summer, right? Mm-hmm. If their season's done, I don't know. Someone will have to check the table. If their season's done, we might be able to go to them in January and be like, right, come on, lads, what are you saying? Your season's over. You want to leave. You want it red. 35 million, 40 million. Let's just do a deal, innit? Everyone's happy. And then they'll say no. And then we'll have to pay 50 million. But you know what I mean? It's a dream, isn't it? That's what you got to do. You got to dream. But yeah,
I think that's a good deal. I think that's a good situation.
They're the two players that I'd be looking at, Douglas Luiz and Hassan Aouar. But there are other players that are out there that probably just slip my mind.
The thing is, like, a lot of people say Zakaria every single time, and every single time there'll be comments now with Zakaria. But I've only ever seen him on FIFA, and I don't want to judge people off FIFA ratings.
What is his FIFA rating?
I don't know what his FIFA rating is. I think he's 84, 83.
Good FIFA rating.
Decent FIFA rating.
Sack it.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think it was David Moyes. David Moyes used to do Football Manager.
Football Manager did, didn't he? Yeah, that's wild, that. In fact, he pulled out some worldies, though, worldies.
Yeah. I'm not sure he did, to be fair. No, United.
No, United, yeah. Well, that's because at United, he was like, let's bring the Everton band back together. Yeah. He tried to sign Marouane Fellaini and Leighton Baines for 30 mil. Why?
Joker. The thing is with this one, right, it doesn't really matter on the name. The point is the player and the player profile. You're not looking for like some sick guy, you know what I mean? And this is the good thing about the left back situation. You're only going to have to spend 20 to 35 million. You know, and 35 million is pushing it. Yeah. The midfield situation, you're looking at 30 million, top end 50. You know, we're not talking like 70, 80, 90 million pound players here. We're just talking, the squad just needs a little bit of help, a little bit of something different. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. And that's why we did that video a while ago, it might have been like last week or something, it was called something like, Are We Close or something like that. Like,
yeah.
And I still thoroughly believe that our team, our squad is pretty much spot on, bar just these key things.
It's just little tweaks that we need to make, which can, like you always say, we're like a machine, we're like an engine that if one thing's out of place, it sets everything else off balance.
The lights come on, isn't it? Yeah, the dashboard.
So what we need is to fix that light on the dashboard, little tweak, fix the light on the dashboard, then everything can work in full flow again. So it's just these little tiny things. We have a full working car. There's just a warning light on the dashboard.
The warning light, and then sometimes something might not be like 100%. You might hear a dodgy noise in it, or
slow puncture, and you're like, I need to get that fixed.
And just get it fixed, and then it'll be a nice oiled, greasy machine.
Big one.
You know, sliding through them 3 points, and we're going to slide straight up to the striker position, guys. And this is an interesting one. I do believe now we're getting to the point in Sergio Aguero's career where, you know, it's not uphill anymore, I'm afraid to say. You know what I mean? And you got to realise he's peaked. You know what I mean? He's peaked. I think if you're thinking to yourself that we've still got better to see from Aguero, you're probably unfortunately kidding yourself. That's
disgusting. You just really upset me.
I'm just saying it out there. You know what I mean? And because it's the truth.
Yeah, I completely agree. We're going to see anything more from Aguero anymore.
That's the thing, isn't it? He's peaked. He's at that mountain top now, and it's just how long can he stay on the mountain before the mountain starts to go down?
Before he starts skiing, innit?
And that's what we're hoping is the mountain's long, innit? We want one of them long mountains.
Yeah.
You don't want one of them like, you know what I mean? Don't want that. But the fact is, we got to go for a striker. I don't think we'll go in January. Although there's been a couple of rumours in bringing someone experienced in, but I think looking at a main striker in the summer, and you all know the people that we've been linked with. There's no point in going through them all, but the one person that I think that we should 100% go for, numero uno, number one target, forget all our rules, forget all our transfer policies, get it done, Erling Haaland.
Yeah, put to bed anything to do with agents, put to bed anything like that, go to Dortmund, offer them what they want, get him in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be his hot property. It's going to be mega. It's going to be some mega fight between loads of clubs who are going to try and bring him in. I feel like we have a little tiny edge on a few other clubs. But he's perfect for us.
Yeah.
He's perfect. If Pep stays as well, he'd be perfect for Pep ball. He's what we need, and he should realise that as well. He should be like, I will go to Manchester City and I will start. Because he will, 100%. He's a bagsman.
I really want him. City did. There's some news coming out of like, rumours and stuff that City are willing to give Gabriel Jesus a new deal and believe that he could be the successor. I'm not convinced, guys. Unfortunately, I think at the top level, I think he's probably the best backup that we could possibly ever dream of. But I don't think he's the number one starter. Erling Haaland for me, as you said, forget about the agents. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to get the best young striker around who's already scoring goals. He's not just one of these young talents who you're like, oh, he's done a bit here, done a bit there, he looks class. He's scoring goals on the reg, you know what I mean? Left foot, right foot, headers, hat tricks, Champions League, Bundesliga. He's doing it all,
It doesn't matter
international.
It doesn't matter what you put in front of him. He's doing it. Like, it doesn't matter what stage he's at. He's doing it.
I say this, guys, right? I keep saying this to people. Some people are like, that's the most stupid thing I've ever heard, right? He's got a £70 million buyout clause. Not this summer, the summer after, right? Is he stupid, yeah? Go to Borussia Dortmund and say, we'll give you 90 million and you can keep him for a year.
But we need him now. We need him. You say that, what about Aguero leaves?
I tell you what, assess the situation in the summer. Say Aguero's smashing it. Obviously, yeah, if this is all... right, that proposition of £90 million and you keep him for a year, right? That's based on two things. One, Aguero stays next year, and two, that Aguero smashes it this year. You know what I mean? And we're like, oh yeah, he's still on that mountaintop. You know what I mean? If there's a sign of like, oh, you know what I mean, more injuries, he's not quite fit, then obviously then we're gonna have to reassess. But if we get to the end of the year, go, yes, Aguero smashed it there, and he's just signed a new 1 year contract. Jesus is looking a lot better as well.
And we've just got Messi in.
Then we're like, we don't really need a striker right now. Then you've guaranteed Haaland for the year after, when Aguero will undoubtedly leave. Dortmund are going to get £20 million extra than they would have got next year, but you're guaranteeing the best young player around. There's no doubt in the player's mind or Dortmund's fans. Everyone knows what happened. City knows what happened.
Win-win.
Aguero knows what happened. Everyone's in the clear, and we're basically paying a £20 million to like guarantee him.
We're putting our deposit
because
down.
If you go to him the year after, every single club in world football is going to be after him.
Yeah.
For £70 million if he carries on what he's doing.
Yeah, happening.
I know some people are like, that's stupid, Liz, what you're on about. But I'm in my head.
No, I see what you're saying. There's some logic behind it. There's logic behind it.
But obviously them strict criteria have to be met. If we get to the end of the season and Aguero's just dipped, then obviously that goes out the window and we need him right now, innit?
You're literally just putting a deposit down on him. You're saying that this is my deposit to guarantee. You're securing.
I guarantee as well that if we do that, and next season we go through a bit of a rough patch, not scoring goals, I'll be slating the club going, why did we do this? We've got Erling Haaland, just signed him, innit? So I don't know, guys, but Erling Haaland is a man for me. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to us if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one.